Hi, my name is Hannah. I work for the Center for Academic Achievement in Sherrod Library, and I'm going to try to teach you today about how you create a thesis. What is a thesis is a good question to start with. A thesis is a summary of the central idea of your paper in 1 or 2 sentences, a statement of purpose that informs the reader what your paper will be addressing, a map explaining what the reader should expect, and a claim or viewpoint to be supported by the rest of your paper. Why do you need a thesis? Thesis will give your writing direction, organization, and purpose. So, how do you create a thesis? First, you need to look to your writing assignment, hopefully given to you by your teacher, and see what the assignment is asking you to do. Are you supposed to analyze? Are you supposed to reflect? Are you supposed to research or make a claim? Once you've done that, start brainstorming for possible stances on your paper and create a working thesis. A working thesis is a central idea of what your paper will be about, and it keeps your assignment instructions in mind. A working thesis will often be actually broader than what your finalized thesis will be. And a thesis is usually located in the last 1 or 2 sentences of your introduction. Now, focus in writing often changes once you start fleshing your ideas out, particularly in your rough draft. So once you've completed your rough draft, read through it and see if your thesis supports what you've actually written. So then you need to go back and revise either the body or your thesis. A final thesis should not be too vague or generalized. Now, I'm going to present a couple of thesis examples from the Purdue Online Writing Lab. The first one is an analytical thesis statement. An analysis of the college admission process reveals one challenge facing counselors: accepting students with high test scores or students with strong extracurricular backgrounds. The paper that follows this statement should first explain the analysis of the college admissions process and then explain the challenge facing admission counselors. Obviously, this would go more into depth, but those are things that need to be presented in your paper. An expository thesis or an explanatory thesis statement follows. The life of the typical college student is characterized by time spent studying, attending class, and socializing with peers. The paper that follows should explain how students spend their time studying, attending class, socializing with their peers, and in that order. The next one is an argumentative thesis statement. High school graduates should be required to take a year off to pursue community service projects before entering college in order to increase their maturity and global awareness. The paper that follows should present an argument and give evidence to support their claims that students should pursue community projects before entering college. Now remember, they also need to include how that would increase their maturity and global awareness. That's how you create a thesis and what it should do. Now you also have additional resources. Remember, see the Center for Academic Achievement's Writing Lab. Please come see us, and also your DK handbook that you should have or is available at the Center for Academic Achievements on pages 96 through 97 and 138 through 139.